Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. Got a fantastic show lined up for you today. It's Friday, I believe. My man, Brad Betts. How we doing, buddy?
Doing great, AB. Weekend right around the corner. Great week of football behind us and another great weekend ahead of us. Good time, as I say, to be a soccer bettor.
Yeah, there we go, man. You know what? It is. Look, ever since you've been blessing us with your presence, my soccer betting has gone from 0 to pretty damn good. Dude, you crush bets, man. And it's fun because, you can't watch every game, no matter what sport, right? So whether you follow along, like D1 baseball for college baseball, we can't watch 9 games at once. So, I usually have it on my phone, right? And, just tracking scores, right? And I like doing it in soccer because I don't know where any of these teams are, right? But I get to follow, and when they score, I go crazy. So I appreciate you on that, man. You've made it fun. You made it fun. And now, with the MLS, I think what you're doing on Fridays, man, is going to make it a ton of fun on the weekends. So nice job, man. All right. If everybody could hit the like button for us, man, that makes a massive difference. We won't ask you for anything else. If you're watching on your phone, just pull the screen down. All right, hit the like button, pull it right back up. Be good to go. I promise. Goes a long way. We appreciate it. Now, take a look yesterday, how we did. Jimmy Butler, over 1.5 threes, 1 plus 140. Dude, I don't know if any other betting show on the planet is focused on Jimmy Butler threes. But this thing is mashing, dude. Whether they win, whether they lose, it doesn't matter. Knock on wood on that one. So we're just going to continue riding that till the wheels fall off. North Carolina money line, Auburn money line, got that one. Auburn won 24-2 last night against South Carolina. Now, we knew that there were going to be runs. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but they mashed it there. So we get that parlay. Kyle Schwarber, he ended up actually getting pulled for Rojas there later in the game. It just wasn't his night. If you stayed away from the team home runs, you're smarter than me. Well done. We missed both of those. And then in our top 5, our home run picks, Shohei comes through. The big cat. Well, that's Andres Galarraga, but we're going to have to come up with a good name for Shohei. He hit a bomb at plus 185. We've now hit 8 home run bets in 3 days. So hit solid there. We need to keep that going. All right. Bradley, my man. Got to honor our boy, Howie Schwab. Crew play of the day here. All right, Cavs. We got 2 NBA games tonight. You got the Cavs. All right, now on the road down 0-2. They're a 3.5-point favorite, or the Pacers at home plus 3.5. Are you going Thunder minus 5.5 on the road? Series tied 1-1. Nuggets at home, 5.5-point underdogs there. Polls in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. All right, Bradley, my man. We got picks to get to. All right. Like they said, look, supper's ready, and I got to get to it. Let's go ahead. It's picks, man. All right. Start us off, big dog. What you got?
We got another pick for the MLS this weekend for the crew. We are headed to Commerce City, Colorado, just outside Denver, at altitude, and a match between Colorado Rapids taking on the San Jose Earthquakes. We're going over 3 minus 140. Colorado come in scoring in 21 of 23 home matches, 91%. Regular scorers, specifically at home, they have a significant advantage when they're at altitude, and it's evident within their results. They have 2+ goals in 3 straight versus San Jose, who they're playing today. They actually have 2+ in 7 of 9 at home for San Jose, which is evident. Altitude helping them. Both teams' scores come in at 15 of 21 home league matches, 71%, and over 2.5, trending at 71% as well of the last 38. When they hit both teams to score, they like to hit that over 2.5, just like San Jose. They're trending in that 90% mark. But with this specific matchup and these teams, there's a lot of over 2.5 team totals that are being hit in this matchup. So we want to make sure that we have the correct bet, not necessarily that both teams will score and over 2.5 goals parlayed together, but rather that over 3, because these teams also trend that over 3.5, above 75% in those teams' matches of the over 2.5. They hit the over 3.5. But San Jose, on the the opposite end. You can see them on the board when we return, but San Jose has the most goals scored in the entire league. They're also in the top 5 for most goals conceded. They have the most goals produced out of all teams in the MLS, averaging at 4.4 per match, which is very, very important with that over 3. San Jose have now scored in 84% of their last 25 and conceded in 23 of their last 24 away from home. They are away from home today. Both teams have scored trending 19 of 24 away, 80%, 16 of 21 away, 76%. So they're both trending near that 70s, high 70s mark. And matchup history, both teams' scores hit 2 of 2. Over 2.5 has come in at 3 of 3. And since both 3 matches also average an EXG above 3.0 in the last 3 matches, we're going to take that Asian total over 3, giving us a push condition with just 3 goals, looking for that 4th goal to give us that full cash.
Beautiful work, my friend. Beautiful work. Now, got to say it. Look, we were talking, me and you were laughing about this for the show. Matty boy, another view of a hotel room, go bag, Mims lumber hat, Gatorade. Got him right there. All right, so you're absolutely correct. Gator Light Orange. Now, let me say this. Gator Light, all right, the electrolyte version, okay? Now, my favorite Gatorade color, and look, I'll keep it a buck. I actually think Powerade is better than Gatorade, taste-wise. I actually like Powerade more. But the Gator Light electrolyte version, okay? If they had it in lemon lime that wasn't zero sugar, it'd be the greatest drink ever made. I don't know why it's only available in zero sugar. Absolutely can't stand it. I need some sugar. Look, dude, I'm not cross-training. I'm not making a professional sport. All right, I'm fine with the sugar. Give it to me. But, Matty boy, you're right. Also, let me tell you this. All right, ever since the ceiling collapsed, it's been hell on earth. And I've been playing road games for 5.5 months straight. Don't let these professional athletes tell you, oh, traveling on the road, it's hard. Yeah, you did it for a weekend. Do it for 5 months. Do it the whole season. Do it the whole season while starting a new team. Do that. Come complain to me then. Oh, my God. I'm just joking around. But, everything I just said is correct and accurate. But, Matty boy, I had to shout that out. That was a good call, man. All right, back to the picks. Look, Cal Raleigh, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I think we got a great spot here, not only for Cal, but for the Mariners. I like Aaron Judge today. Did not have himself a good game last night. But you know what? He's Aaron Judge, and I'll roll with it here. I'm going to go over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Nikola Jokic, again, knock on wood. You're going to take him over 1.5 threes. Since he fouled out in game 2, think you boys coming strong here. Take him for over 1.5 threes, minus 125. And then Clemson, college baseball tonight. Now, we'll have plenty more at 3 p.m. Eastern today because we don't have run lines. We don't have totals. All we have are money lines. Look, and I'll pull this here. Pull this on screen here. Look. Clemson. Let me holler at you real quick. It's a must-win, fellas. It's a must-win. All right, going up against Duke. And look, Duke, we've had relationship issues, trust issues, all right? But Duke's got themselves together, boy. They listened to what we said on this show, and they got their act together, as my dad used to say when I was a kid, all right? I used to hear 2 things. Oh, well, no, son. You went and showed your ass. All right, now, no. You want to be the center of attention. Well, you got it. You got all of it. And number 2, how about you get your act together? All right, and Duke did that. Clemson, it's time for you. Time for you to get that act together. And it starts tonight. You hate Duke. Duke hates you. All right, perfect time. Perfect time. You could pitch. You can hit. You could do it all. Clemson is like went through a little really quick divorce. All right. Marriage was great. Quick divorce. And their life just got turned. Oh, well, let me tell you this. It's like their ceiling collapsed and they had housing, and structure in their life. And then now they're living in a hotel, looking at continental breakfast every morning at their, 300 roommates. Clemson, time to get an act together. And I believe in you. Me and Bradley and the entire crew, we believe in you. All right? Tonight's the night. Start the weekend right. Clemson. All right, we're going to take them on the money line there. All right, that is enough divorce talk. I love people that are new thinking I got divorced. No, she got divorced from structured housing and a ceiling. All right, so, okay, there we go. We're going to get soccer here. Let me hit some stuff in the chat here real quick. Duke can be as together as they want. Still banned. Matty boy, you're right there. Rally over 1.5 bases. Low roller. Good call. Plus 110. I can't believe we're going to go through baseball here in a second. I can't believe the numbers are his numbers are this low. Maybe they know something I don't know. But just the original Gatorade for kids were those juice grenades. Yeah, hug. Dude, hugs are good, man. We used to call them little tanks. They look like little grenades. Oh, man.
Do you remember Gatorade in a can?
No.
Did you ever have Gatorade in a can?
No. Good?
Gatorade hits harder out of a can than it does any type of other bottle. So I like those. You know, the tall, skinny 32-ounce squeezers? Those are solid. I say that's number 2.
Yeah.
But out of a can?
Is that the squeezer? Okay, first off, no, I don't remember that. And now I'm upset because I feel like I missed something. The 32-ounce squeezers, is that the one you're talking about where it has like kind of the mouth sip thing?
Yeah,
oh,
you twist and then
that bottle design is perfect. Perfect. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Yeah, because you could take it, you could just drink it, or you could take it and you could spray like the bottle. Yep, 100%, dude. I completely agree. Completely. Millsy said, "AB, what you think about Tennessee in a money line parlay today? Are they the banned list for now?" No, they're not banned. Like I was on radio in Knoxville yesterday, actually, with Josh Ward and Jason Swain. If you remember, Big Sweezy, play wide receiver for Tennessee, wide receiver for the Bears. We were talking about this, and they were like, "Is it time to get concerned about Tennessee?" No, Tennessee's back. We've talked about it on here. The problem is they're facing way too many 2-strike counts. Dude, you have 120 years of baseball sample size, all right? Overall, Major League Baseball down to high school, you hit about 190 in 2-strike counts. So facing a 2-strike count 90% of the game is going to be difficult, right? Like Chipper Jones he was a first strike hitter constantly. Like, and I love that. The time to be concerned with Tennessee is if they're hitting and still losing, because that means that the pitching is gone. They still got, the guy they're throwing tonight, their Friday starter, Liam Doyle, is arguably the number 1 pick of the draft. He's that good. Like you will see him in Major League Baseball. LSU's coach 2 weekends ago was like, yeah, that looks like Skeens. You know what I mean? Now, not saying it is Paul Skeens, but this dude has gas and can go all night, right? So, yeah, they're playing Vanderbilt, which Vanderbilt, no one in the country is pitching better than Vanderbilt right now. Nobody. Vanderbilt's on absolute fire. So, no, Tennessee's not on the ban list, and I like if you're going to play Tennessee, it's tonight. You play them in game 1 of the series. We'll see. If Vanderbilt gets through on Doyle, good luck. They could be on the ban list by Monday, and Vanderbilt's good enough to do it. Vanderbilt's playing out of their minds right now. Tim Corbin and that team, dude, they're taking that show from West End all the way around the country, letting people know about it. Vanderbilt is, dude, Hawkins Field all around. Vanderbilt is playing excellent baseball, man. But yeah, if you're going to play Tennessee, do it tonight. Tonight's the night to do it. All right. Let's get into soccer here. Let's see. Actually, let's get to the NBA first. Then we're going to get into soccer. All right. We'll go real quick here. All right. So we got 2 games tonight. Now, we're not going to put together the player props and all that. We'll do that in the afternoon show because I want to have some time, to go through it, right? But we do have 2 games. Now, starting the first one, 6:30 Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Cavs at the Pacers. Pacers lead the series 2-0. An underdog at home. If there were ever a time that this was a must-win, it's now. The Cavaliers cannot go down 3-0. But we say that. You still got to do it. So the Pacers or the Cavs, 3.5-point favorites, total 228.5. Brad, any thoughts that you have here?
I think I got to take the Cavs in a bounce back spot, 3.5. I guess so. For me, the biggest thing about this Cavaliers team spread tonight is looking at that depth chart, right? So seeing who's going to be in the lineup tonight. If DeAndre Hunter suits up, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, a combination of all those guys, I think they bounce back. If none of those three show up tonight and they're the exact same lineup as last time, I mean, you got to take the Pacers. So for me, it's all about, do those three guys step on the court tonight? Do they look good? If they do, they're going to bounce back and take game 3.
Yeah, look, I'll pull myself on screen here. Like, I think that here's how I'm looking at it. That arena in Indy is going to be on fire tonight. All right. I think for me, I play Pacers plus 3.5 and let it ride. The price, is worth. It's worth the cost of admission, right? If I lose the bet, I lose the bet. But again, I'm with you that the Cavs are going to give everything, because this is it. If you lose, game 4 is in Indy, and if you thought it was loud tonight, it is going to be deafening if the Pacers are up 3-0, because now it's a closeout. That being said, I think Cavaliers money line, I would play that. But I think I would just roll Pacers plus 3.5, and if I lose the bet, fine. I'm not going to pair it with anything. I'm not putting it in a parlay. I would just play the Pacers plus 3.5, close my eyes, and not think twice about it, right? Because all the pressure's on Cleveland, all of it. If anything goes wrong, anything, right? Like, the Cavs could be in serious trouble. But again, I mean, that is a good team. And Donovan Mitchell is ridiculous.
But he's got to carry. I mean,
he's got to carry. You're right. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
It's cool. It's the athleticism, I think, for that Pacers team versus the Cavalier team. You got a lot of spot-up guys, role players, guys who know their position and play the system well on the Cavs. But with the Pacers, you got all these young, hungry, speedy, quick, aggressive guys who can shoot the ball. And they've shown that they can put the ball in the basket with regularity, especially against the Cavaliers. I've seen them play the Cavs a lot. They just match up well with them. So, I mean, it is concerning, right? So, but I think that tonight is going to be that bounce back spot. I'm not sure about game 4, but again, you have to have Garland. I think Garland is such a key to helping open up Mitchell and give him a little bit of relief, working the ball. We don't have that Peyton Pritchard, that backup option, that TJ McConnell, really. We really have Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and that's it. Handle the ball.
Yep. Great analysis. And we'll end it on that. Like, I agree. Like, if you're going to bet I think the Cavs money line, like, I would be fine playing the Cavs money line and the Pacers plus 3.5. Like, besides themselves, separate, no parlay, like, just straight up. I can't wait to watch this game. Like, it's gonna be awesome. Now, we'll jump over to game 2, and I'll pull it back up here full screen, because I know the numbers can be kind of small watching on a phone, right? Okay, series tied 1-1. Now we're moving from Oklahoma City to Denver. So we played the first 2 games in OKC. The Thunder whooped up on the Nuggets. Jokic fouled out third quarter. He was pissed off pretty much the whole game. I'm fascinated with this one. Thunder 5.5-point favorite on the road. We got a total of 232.5. All right, so let me give a couple thoughts, and then Brad, I'll throw it over to you. So looking at the total here, like, I think this is going to be a hell of a game as well, right? Jokic is going to have to be vintage Jokic, and I wouldn't be surprised if his ass is everywhere. Like, this is a game. Like, if you're looking at a triple-double game for Jokic, this is it. Like, 49er right there, my dog. We're thinking exact same wavelength. He's going to be a guy doing it all. This is one of those games. I think in game 1, he had 20 rebounds by like the third quarter. Like, I mean, just insanity. Like this is pissed off Jokic game. This is Jokic's two brothers are in the crowd wanting to fight. Like, this is the one. You know what I mean? That crowd's going to be loud. They're going to be giving it to you 100%. I think Jokic triple-double. I bet him on threes, right? But I think rebounds, I think assists, points, like all of that. Now, Nuggets plus 5.5 is interesting to me too. Because looking at the total, 232.5, I mean, that's a big number. But I think you're going to get, offensive explosions on both sides. I really do. Yeah, I'll stop there. I think Nuggets plus 5. If you're giving me the Nuggets plus 5.5, same deal. I'll take it. And if it loses, it loses. Right? But yeah, I'll roll with that. What are your thoughts here, bro?
Plus the money at home, it's hard to not take the points. I mean, OKC could still win theoretically by a number of points and still cover this spread. Jokic, if they're going to play 48 minutes today, right? If it's going to be a tough game, back and forth, relatively close, he's got to get that triple-double. He's going to have every opportunity. The ball's going to be in his hands every possession down the court. If he doesn't get any of that Scott Foster foul trouble, which, of course, we all know about referee who loves to come in. It was his first match refereeing back in, I can't even tell you how long, and he fouls out the superstar. We've seen this story before, but as long as Jokic stays on the court healthy, I mean, he's got to get that triple-double. Shout out to Japan. I know he's been putting it in the chat for a long time.
Yep. Dude, Scott Foster. Dude, Chris Paul is currently in a corner, dude, with PTSD, seeing Scott Foster out there. Oh, my God. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I agree with you on that. A couple questions real quick. AV, do we take the Bravos over the Pirates? Dude, here's the problem with the Braves, man. They just, their hitting's kind of come back. We ripped on Matt Olson last night. We took him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. We got there, right? Ozuna's got to step it up a little bit. But, I agree. We should get breaking news. If anybody could see what it is, just popped up on my phone. Bill Belichick's girlfriend has been banned from something, and I couldn't see because I saw it above. You know the little notification, and you get the first 6 words. All it said was his girlfriend's been banned, and then ... ellipses. All right, so I don't know. She got banned from something.
Good.
Yeah.
God. I mean, those videos of her interrupting practice, come on. Who do you think you are? I know that you are the PR girl, and you should be helping Bill, right? Making sure that he is saying and doing the right things. But come on, you can't interrupt practice. That's ridiculous.
Bill Belichick. Look, I'll tell you this. I've been around Belichick and had the opportunity to ask him questions in a press room setting, right? And if you ask him a good question, it was the Super Bowl against the Rams. And I asked him about how do you attack planning a defense for one main running back, 2-headed running backs, and 3 running backs. And I was like, I'm not asking for your game plan. I'm just saying in general. Dude, and he went for 20 minutes. It was one of the most proud moments I had. I was like, yeah, I got Belichick. And then next, someone asked him, could you sing happy birthday to my friend? No lie. And he just said, no. I couldn't imagine being his PR/girlfriend, whatever the hell. Big Justin Newman. There we go, baby. Justin, my man, looking sharp too, man. It's good to see you as always, man. Even though, look, Justin's our boys in the chat every day, but thank you. For the membership. One of the UNC players got banned from the football facility. Oh, wow. Oh, she's banned from the facility. Ooh. That one's tough. Okay. All right. We're going to get... Actually, here's what we're going to do. First off, look, everybody needs good walk-up music. Everybody needs it. and my man is no different. All right, you want to talk about professional soccer with a former professional soccer player. You nowhere else you're going to go than right here. But here's what we're going to do, okay? So, Brad, we're going to get into, MLS scoring for this weekend. All right, some fun stuff. All right, we got 4 games identified. All right, we looking at both teams to score. We looking at, there we go, National SC right there, right? But before we do that, okay, if you could answer some, we had a couple questions in the chat here. All right, and I'm going to throw it to you rapid fire. First one from our man Justin. You following the U.S. Open Cup? Any chance of a USL team winning? Any futures? Thanks in advance.
It's kind of impossible to predict, AB, because what I saw this past week was an insane amount of lineup rotations. So they're not even playing their starters, but that was round 4. It was the first round where the MLS teams are now introduced. So maybe they threw out some of those fringe players because they know they got a game on the weekend. If they lose, they lose. But if they advance, maybe they take it a little more seriously. My recommendation is don't place any futures on any US Open Cup, anything. But wait until the lineup is produced. And if the lineup shows, let's say an MLS team is playing a USL team, right? So nothing MLS versus MLS. But if it's a MLS versus a lower league competition and the MLS team is playing starters, specifically in the offensive end, that's when you want to back an MLS team. Other than that, it's kind of fringy. You'll have these fringe players who, yeah, they're okay, but I mean, honestly, they're not that much better than the USL players. Some of those guys could almost get up there on the bench. So be careful with your US Open Cup betting. I expected full lineups this past week. Nothing like that. We had mixed lineups and a very, very few amount of teams who even put out their top players. So just be very, very careful. I wouldn't touch the US Open Cup. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the MLS. AB, you got that slide for us? There's 4 matches right here this weekend that are absolutely popping. I'm looking at goals this weekend, as you always know. This first match here, Toronto and DC, let's talk about history. These 2 teams play each other and goals fly in. Toronto not really trending in the goal department right now, hitting just 8 of the last 16 matches scoring. So just 50%. You look at that, you're like, that's not great. Yes, they're at home, so that should kick it up in Canada. But they've conceded. They're more of a conceding team, just like the team on the way in. Toronto has conceded in 15 of 18. And DC United, they scored in 21 of 27, who's the away team, but 20 straight away from home. 20 straight matches, including 38 of the last 39. It's absolutely insane how much DC United is conceding, especially away from home. So that should give us a chance for Toronto to get on the board. But this matchup history, you got to love it. 13 straight matches dating back to 2019. Both teams' scores come in. 12 of 12 matches dating back to 2019. Over 2.5 has come in. And 10 of the last 12, over 3.5 has come in. So there's goals been flying in this matchup history specifically, but it can't be a best bet of mine just on Toronto's current form. It doesn't look like there could be goals because of DC, but that's really the only catch is Toronto going to find the net? If they do, then they should hit their totals. Next, we're taking a look at Philly and Crew. What a great matchup between 2 teams who are in form. Typically, this matchup has also seen goals. Philly, though, they've scored now in 29 of 32. That is just insane regular scoring. They're at home. They also are a conceding team, 19 of 26, regular, about 75%. Both teams have scored 19 of 26, over 2.5, 14 of 20. So above 66% mark. They are hitting these totals. Columbus, same thing, 31 of 37 league matches. They've conceded now in 75%, 33 of 43. Regular conceding for Columbus. They're hitting their numbers as well. Matchup history, both teams' scores come in 4 of 5 matches, over 2.5 in 2 of the last 3. So that one looks like there could be some goals as well. Next, you have seen that we are on this match specifically as our first bet, or our best bet of the weekend, it's Colorado and San Jose. I'm not going to bore you with the statistics again, but these two teams are hitting their totals like crazy, specifically Colorado at home, specifically San Jose away. And San Jose is the top goal scorer in the league, and they have fifth most goals conceded. So they are 4.4 per match. We're going to continue to tail San Jose. And then you have Portland, the darlings of the MLS, the team who is probably has the most total amount goals over the last couple seasons. Phil Neville, coach, loves to play open football. Absolutely love it. His brother, Gary Neville, is also a commentator in Big World Football. So you're very familiar with the Nevilles, former of Manchester United. But Portland have scored in 27 of 32, 84%. But when they're at home, 32 of 34, that is 94%. You almost always see Portland find the net. They score multiple goals. They concede like crazy. 30 of the last 39 home matches, 77%. And they're hitting both teams to score at 76% of their last 25 and over 2.5 and 22 of the last 28 home matches, which is 80%. Both teams scoring, conceding. Same thing with Sporting KC. But KC are one of those conceding darlings. 2+ in 12 of the last 14 away, 15 straight away, and 35 of the last 40. 88%. So both teams scoring, conceding, hitting that total. And then you take a look at Portland KC and their matchup history, very similar to DC United and Toronto. 11 of the last 12 matches hit both teams to score. 10 of the last 12 hit over 2.5. 6 of the last 7 hit over 3.5. 5 of the last 7 hit over 4.5. So it's Portland, Sporting Kansas City, pushing those totals. If one team scores, it should push the other. I like goals in that match as well. And then there were some questions in the chat. Nashville SC playing Villa this summer. Absolutely amazing. This is a friendly. Who isn't going to absolutely love to tail and look at and watch the MLS playing an English Premier League team right in my backyard, which is going to be awesome. If anybody's traveling down, hit me up. We can go to that game together. Next, though, a question was asked, is Minnesota United and Miami worth a look? What you need to know, it might on the surface look like a look, but Kevin Yeboah, star striker for Minnesota United at home, is out for another month. You don't even want to look at Minnesota United without their star striker, Kevin Yeboah, especially playing a very inconsistent Miami team away from home. So be concerned with that. Other than that, MLS is absolutely popping this weekend. We're going to have a few more looks in the Dub Club. Let me know if there's anything you guys are looking at, and hit me in my DMs if there is.
It's absolutely outstanding. Your soccer information, dude. Andrew said AI doesn't need to breathe. Hey, look, Mario. Excuse me, Mario said it. Just that's what I'm telling you, dude. I just sit here and listen and take notes, dude. Just place bets. Oh my God, Bradley, well done, buddy. Well done. Okay, now let's jump into Major League Baseball. Our favorite part, home runs. Okay, start here. Our top 5 for today. Look at Aaron Judge. Look at sharp. Those pinstripe home unis. Okay. Now, if you're brand new, that's how we do it. Give our top 5. We'll choose from that. Or if you have somebody off the board, drop it in. You don't have to play these 5. Just how we get down. So, Aaron Judge plus 160. Shohei Ohtani plus 230. Cal Raleigh plus 240. Matt Chapman plus 280. Brent Rooker plus 350. Okay. Bradley, where are you going, buddy?
You know, I love to take the chalk because typically when they're super chalked up, it's there for a reason. But I'm going to go with Matt Chapman today. Hitting from right, I think he's going to take bomb.
That's a good choice. I like Chapman. All right, I'm going Cal Raleigh, but Aaron Judge, look, I get that it's plus 160, right? So you don't have that massive juice payout there. Aaron Judge is probably going yard today. All right. So if you're wanting to just bet something that has a damn good chance at doing it, Aaron Judge. But I'm going to go Cal Raleigh plus 240 the Mariners. I'm going Cal. All right. Drop in the chat who you guys like. Now, let's go through the weather here. And we'll run through it quickly. Like, we only have a couple of games that are really noticeable. Now, Brewers and the Rays. All right. Look at that. Low 80s, high 90s feels like. Ton of humidity down there. Wind blowing out, but, marginal. not much, but humidity, huge. If you like Brewers or Rays, today's a good day to do it. Giants of the Twins. Nothing great standing out here. It's just not bad. You know what I mean? High 70s, humidity out there. Solid. It's just a good, solid day. Also, Abby, good to see you, buddy. In D.C., man. Good to see you, brother. Great Auburn win last night. Orioles and the Angels. Good weather. Good weather. All right, mid-80s. Feels like low 80s. So you got decent humidity out there in Los Angeles. Liddy, tell us, how's it feel out there in Los Angeles? Weather solid, wind solid, blowing out. Again, nothing huge, but nothing bad either. All right. Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Look at this. Look at this. 98 degrees. Heck of a band. Boy band. Actually, they weren't that great, but all right. Great hitting weather. 93, 91 feels like. Now you do have retractable roof. But dude, 0% precipitation. Look at the wind. Now, not that it matters, but look at the wind. 9 p.m. blowing out the left field. 10 p.m. blowing out the right field. 11 p.m. coming at your face, right? So there's a roof here too. Like, understand that this is nothing really like to pay attention to. And I'll pull it up full screen. Like, understand that. But again, when it's warm, you still like, you still have it. You just kind of decrete. Like, if this were outside, it'd be unbelievable, right? If it were just a normal park. So understand that. But again, there could be worse places to be hitting a baseball. So we're solid there. Yankees and the A's. They ain't playing this one inside. Look, 88 degrees. Feels like 84. Now, it's going to decrease because it's, going into the evening there. But wind, decent. Feels like decent. Minor league park, good. Yeah, man. Yeah. There you go. Solid. So that's our weather. Let's put up our hitter versus pitcher historicals here. Cal Raleigh against the Gas Man. 3 home runs, 11 at bats, 5 hits. Solid. Gleyber Torres against Patrick Corbin. Your boy. There you go. Anthony Santander. Just go down the list. Pete Alonso on here. You see some Mets, man. You see a lot of Mariners, dude. Look at the bottom here. Julio Rodriguez and Randy Arozarena. Solid. I mean, they're almost identical. 3 hits, 14 at bats. The Mariners could be a play today. You see Shohei Ohtani there against Eduardo Rodriguez. 3 hits off 13 at bats. 4 walks. Shohei Ohtani for a walk. Could be something decent here. We'll flip it over. Corey Seager against Skubal. 6 hits off 9 at bats. Solid, man. Marcell Ozuna against Bailey Falter. 5 hits, 10 at bats, and a walk. Hit 500. Bo Bichette. Dallas Garcia. All right. You see Skubal mentioned a couple times here. Yeah, man. The Blue Jays and the Mariners there could be some hitting going on today. Now, hitting streaks. J.P. Crawford putting on the line today, boy. 15 straight games. Look at Freddie. Frederick, our boy. 13 straight games with a hit. Zach Neto. Vlad Guerrero, 10 straight games. Manny Machado quietly handling business there. 8 straight games with a hit. You see Trey Turner. I believe he went deep yesterday. 7 straight games with a hit. Yadier Diaz, 6. Yeah, there you go, man. All right. That's what we've got. Brad, we've gone enough time for everybody. Hey, if you could hit the like button, if you're watching on your phone, pull the screen down, hit like, pop back up. It's the only thing that we'll ask of you. But it helps for sure. All right. Set our picks, man. Brad, what you got, bud?
We're headed to that match in Colorado between Colorado Rapids and San Jose Earthquakes. Nighttime, I believe it's 8:30, 8 o'clock Central Time on Saturday night. We're taking that over 3 at -140. 3 goals gives us a push. 4 goals gives us a full cash.
Beautiful. All right. Got Cal Raleigh over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 115. I'll take it. Aaron Judge, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 125. Nikola Jokic, over 1.5 threes at minus 125. And then Clemson on the money line in college baseball tonight at minus 115. All right, now, Brad, our last thing we got to do. All right. Howie Schwab, group play of the day. You have chosen the Cavs, minus 3.5 at 34%. Second place, the Thunder, minus 5.5 at 29%. All right. That's all we got. Brad, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Cleveland. Come on, Cleveland. You can't be this good in the regular season and then play the Pacers and be this horrible. All right. Step it up. It's time to be a real team and a real franchise. Let's get game 3.
There we go. I like it. Yeah, there's nothing I can top with that. So that's well done. Believe land. Dude, I love that. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern. Today, we'll have our final picks for the NBA tonight. Major League Baseball. We'll have a ton of college baseball, a ton of it. And, dude, if your boy Stern Betts is coming on, you know he's going to have a whole list of Major League Baseball, get it popping. So, everybody, have a wonderful day. All right? The weekend is here. We all cannot thank you enough for everything that you do supporting Driving the Line. So, everybody, until then, best luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!